So in the last video, we had discovered that the improper fraction and the mixed number, they both are basically the representation of the same parts. So they both are also equal. So they can also be converted to each other's. Let's discuss more about this. In the first one, you can see if some of the parts are shaded and some of the wholes are shaded. So if you check how many holes are shaded, you can clearly see that it's 1 2 3, and how many parts are shaded, so it's 1 out of 2. And if you want to write this as an improper fraction, so you just have to check how many parts are shaded in all. So how many parts means, you can clearly see that one whole means 2 parts. I'm just writing it there on the top. One whole means 2 parts. Again, this whole means 2 parts. Again, this whole means 2 parts, but this is 1 part shaded. So how do you have to get the improper fraction from the mixed number? You just have to check in one whole there are 2 parts, in again one whole there are 2 parts, in again one whole there are 2 parts. So how many these 2 parts are shaded, or how many holes are shaded? So 3 holes, but how many parts will be there? 2, right? This 2, this 2. So basically the total number of parts are these, and the total number of parts are shaded 3 times, 1 2 3. So basically you just have to times these 2 things, right? Because you can see 2 is shaded once, again 2 is shaded, again 2 is shaded. So basically you are just adding them, or you are just multiplying 2 with 3, or just multiply these things together just to get the improper fraction. So it will be, so 3 times 2, it will be 6. And then you can see there is one more part shaded over there. So if you just count one more also, so you will get 7 parts are shaded in all out of 2 parts, because 2 parts are there in a whole. So it will be 7 over 2 this way. So basically you just have to times the total number of pieces these many times, because the total number of pieces are shaded 3 times there. So you just have to times 2 with 3 just to get the total number of parts, and then just count more that are left over. So total will be 7 over 2 this way. Okay, this one. Again, if you write the mixed number from this, you can see 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 of the holes are shaded, and it is also shaded. Okay, and how many parts are shaded now? 1 2 out of 4. So this is the mixed number. But if you want to get the fraction from there, you just have to check how many holes are there first of all. So there are 5 holes. In each hole there are 4 pieces, so it means these are 4 parts, 4 parts, 4 parts, 4 parts, 4 parts, or 4 parts are shaded 5 times. So total parts will be 4 5 times, or 4 times 5, so that will be 20. And then you can see 2 more parts are shaded, so you just count 2 more parts in 20, so it will be 22 actually. Or what was the way again, if you just recall the same way? So you just have to times these things. So 4 pieces are shaded 5 times, so 4 times 5 20, and then 2 more parts were shaded, so 22 again. So it's 22 out of 4, out of, because each hole has the 4 parts. And this one again, just write the mixed number of this. So what will be this? There are 2 holes are shaded, and 1 part is shaded out of 3. Can you please pause the video and try this out in the same way? Okay. So what is this again? You can see there are 2 holes, and this hole has 3 parts, this also has 3 parts. So 3 parts are shaded 2 times, so that will be 3 times 2 6. And then you can see one more piece is shaded, so total will be 7. So it will be 7 out of 1 2 3 holes. So I just taught you the way to convert the mixed number to improper fraction. So you can continue with the same way. If you have the bigger number of parts or bigger number of holes, so that are kind of difficult to draw, so you can just go directly in this way to convert. So let's say if you have a mixed number, let's say there are 5 holes and 10 parts are shaded out of, for example, 16. Okay, I just wrote a random number. So of course that's hard for you to draw 16 pieces in a hole. So for example this one, so you have to draw 16 pieces, 1 hole, then 2 hole, 3, 4, 5, 6. So of course that will be hard for you to draw. So just go for the short way. What does it mean? It means that there are 5 holes shaded, and in each hole there are 16 parts. So basically in one hole there are 16 parts shaded, again 16 parts are shaded, again 16, again 16, and again 16. So 16 is shaded 5 times. So 16 is shaded 5 times, or just do 16 times 5. So 16 times 5, if you work out, you'll get 80, and then 10 more pieces are shaded. So 80 and 10, 90 out of the total pieces are 16. So it's 90 over 16. Okay, so I've just erased the extra things. Okay, this time just do the reverse now. This time start from the improper fraction and now convert back to mixed numbers. So if you go in this one, you can see what is the improper fraction, or how many total parts are shaded. 2, 4, 6, and 7 parts are shaded. And how many parts are there in a hole? In one hole there are 2 parts, so it's 7 over 2. Now that you have to get the mixed number. And what is the mixed number again? Mixed number means you have to check how many holes and how many parts are shaded. So how many holes? How many holes means you have to check if you count in twos, because look, you can see 2, 4, 6. So these are 3 holes, right? 1, 2, 3. Or you can just check how many twos are inside of 7. So if you just go for the one hole, it says 2 pieces. Again, if you count in the other hole, total will be 4 pieces. If you count in the next hole, total will be 6 pieces. Then total will be 8 pieces. But you can clearly see that because you have to count how many twos are inside of 7, because you cannot go past 7 because total are 7 parts shaded. So you have to go less inside. So 1 hole, 2 holes, and 3 holes are shaded, but this will make it 4 holes, but we don't have 4, we just have 3 holes shaded. So basically these are 3 holes shaded, or you can just count in twos to go closer to 7. So how many twos are inside of 7? So it's basically 3 holes. And see, we reached at 6, and how many parts are left over to complete the missing thing? So it's just 1 more part, because 6 and 1 more to 7, so it's 3.5. Move on to this one. So what is the improper fraction for this? 4 parts are shaded, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 2 more, so 22 parts are shaded. And in a whole there are 4 equal parts, so it's 22 over 4. Now that you have to check what is the mixed number of this. So mixed number again means how many holes are shaded in this. So how many holes means, if you just go into the into the first shape, it has 4 parts. In 2 holes, 8 parts, then 12. So basically you are counting in 4s again to go closer to 22. So if you write the multiples of 4, if you're just counting in 4, so it will be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Because we have to reach closer to 22, we have to count how many parts are inside of 22 parts. So of course that doesn't work. So we have all these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you even see there, so it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. So we just got 5 holes over there, so it will be 5 holes. We reach at 20. How many more are left over to get 22? So just 2 more out of 4, so it's 5 and 2/4. And the last one there, if you write the improper fraction, you can see 3 parts are shaded, 3 parts, so basically total 6 and 1, 7 parts are shaded out of 3. The mixed number of this means you have to check how many holes and how many parts. So how many holes means you can clearly see that there are 2 holes, but without the picture what you can do, you can just check how many threes. If you have 1 3, it will make 1 hole. If you have 6, it makes 2 holes. If you have 9, it makes 3 holes. But 9 is over than the given number, it means we just have to check there are 2 holes only. So how many threes are inside of 7? 2. We reached at 6 and this is 7, so just one more number is left over, so it's one more number out of 3, so it's 2 and 1/3.